Charles, Ultimate Fitness Trainer once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. And today we're doing a video about several questions that have been asked via Instagram. This particular one is asking me about, I'd love to see a video on weight versus cardio in fat loss. Which one should come first when starting a combination of the both? Now, let me explain. Obviously, this is a very vast question. However, I'll try to condense the explanation. However, we'll be here all day. Very, very good question, by the way. Obviously, a lot of people get confused whether to do cardio first, whether to do weight training first, which one should they do, and that can be quite sort of like confusing. Now, one thing that really is very important is to realize that if you want to lose weight, body weight, okay, doing cardio, obviously burning excess calories is fantastic, obviously it's brilliant, okay. However, cardio in itself, it's not going to tone you up. What I mean by tone up, because obviously interpretations can vary. Tone up is basically when you see someone like rather muscular. I'm not talking about bodybuilding size, I'm talking about rather, you know, toned. The muscles are hard, you can feel a little bit of toning. That's what toning people mean in terms of toning. Obviously, that is one of the things that obviously many people want to achieve. However, that can be sometimes very hard to achieve if you just focus on cardio. Because what cardio does a lot of the times, especially for guys, if you look at the guys that do endless amount of running, like runners, they're very slim and slender. So obviously they haven't got much muscle. They've got very little amount of body fat, and that sort of sometimes can be interpreted or misinterpreted as tone, but it's not really a great tone. What they've got is they've got very little amount of body fat. However, so whatever muscle they've got will be shown a little bit more because it's basically the skin versus against the muscle, so there isn't much body fat in between. So that is very much so the focus that people should have. If you really want to obviously have a toned physique, do your weight training first and then do your cardio after. I.e., let's say for instance someone that wants to come to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, say as an example, they'll do 40 to 50 minutes weight training, sometimes an hour, deplete your glycogen levels. So that's a primary sort of like vital component to do that. And then obviously your body is on a low glycogen levels. If you start doing cardiovascular activity, what's going to happen is your body then is going to dip into your fat stores and you will start burning fat effectively. However, if you go for too long after your training session, that may burn excess muscle as well. So this then taps into, depends on your body composition, whether you're an ectomorph, mesomorph, or endomorph. Say someone that's rather large, for instance, wouldn't have this problem because all you want to do, you want to lose excess body fat, body weight. This will really help you. However, you say if you're an ectomorph, natural slim, slender sort of look, doing weight training, then doing an hour cardio on top of that, that can really be detrimental to your development in terms of muscle. So it does depend very much so as to what body type you have and what you perform in terms of training, okay? Now, another question I've got from this particular person as well, it says, can you also do a video about the importance of good nutrition versus exercise and poor diet, okay? So the importance of good nutrition versus exercise and poor diet. Now, as you guys know, we are what we eat, okay? Now, obviously, I see a lot of people that eat very well, but they don't look very good. I see people that look very good, but don't eat very well. However, one of the biggest things you guys got to realize is genetics makes a big part, okay? No one's going to look amazing by having a really bad diet unless you've got one crazy genetics. So nutrition is absolutely phenomenal. So you've got to really make sure that your diet is very much run parallel to your training. So what I mean by that is obviously if your goal is to tone up, lose body fat and look toned and look fit, a stronger version of yourself, you've got to very much so obviously follow a diet of which is obviously rich and fiber, rich and greens, rich and alkaline food, and then obviously have your proteins there in order to, this again can vary, I mean it depends on you're vegan or you eat normal animal proteins. I'm not here to say listen you shouldn't do it or should do, however that's for another video. It's perhaps you obviously then you've got to have your right proteins as well as your right carbs. You know, sweet potato, brown rice. I'll keep away from white rice, white potato, pastas and stuff like that. I don't particularly advise people to have that. Do your own research. There's a lot of things about having white rice full of gluten. I wouldn't advise that. However, it's up to you. You do your research, have a look at it, and tell me what you think. Now, thinking about versus obviously poor diet versus good exercise. There's a lot of people out there, obviously, that they train like athletes. You know, they go to the gym 5 times a week. They work really hard, and then they have really bad diet. Now, I wouldn't advise someone to do that, because what's going to happen is you're going to be working, obviously, like as I just said, like an athlete or like similar to an athlete or extremely hard, aiming to get results. However, if your diet really lets you down, really, not really going to get the results that you so want, and it's counterproductive, really. One, you're obviously not going to recover well because your diet's poor, with a lot of toxic food, salty food, sugary food, which is full of bad ingredients. So I wouldn't advise you to do that. Now, one of the other things I would definitely advise you to obviously be on a very good structure, training plan, diet plan, and make sure you recycle your training, make sure you recycle your diets, okay? Now, I hear people that stay on the diet for, say, 12 months, a year, 2 years. It shouldn't really do that. You should have seasons, you know? There should be, like, saying we're in the winter season now, your body, we are still very primitive in terms of body and brain and mind. So we basically crave fat foods, we crave higher carbohydrates in the winter. So you really got to think to yourself, really, if you're going to crave those things, maybe your body needs a little bit more energy because it's going to be quite cold, so you may need a little bit more higher calories versus higher training, okay? Maybe towards the summer, maybe you'll do less amount of calories and less amount of training as well. So we kind of combine. There's no point your training activity to be there and your calorie to be here, and your calorie to be there and your training to be here. You've got to have very much so a very good team running behind the training, your supplementation, your activity in terms of nutrition activity, as well as cardio activity is really, really important. But as I always say in these videos, guys, a lot of the questions you guys ask are absolutely phenomenal, and I love to answer them. But a lot of times I can't go so specific because everyone is different. Say, for instance, if I'm advising someone that is an ectomorph, it's very different to someone that is a mesomorph. Someone that is an endomorph, it's very different types of body type. And everyone is different. Some people respond very different to others. And you'll speak to a lot of different experts like myself, and they will tell you the same, because one size doesn't fit all, you know. But obviously sometimes you can generalize. Some people say, oh, put down your calories, drop your carbs down, increase your proteins, start having more training sessions. All of a sudden you become fitter, therefore then you start losing body fat, therefore you get a bit stronger, and then all of a sudden things start moving, which is very much basic, but it's good. And it's good to have that coaches out there and trainers out there that are going to motivate you to become your greatest version. So here we are, another video to help you guys become your better versions, as I always say. I hope I answered the questions correctly. If not, please let me know. And with all that said, guys, check us out on Instagram, which is Carlos Trainer 10, also on YouTube channel, which is Carlos Trainer. And with all that said, guys, like, subscribe, and share our videos, and stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Have a great day. Take care.